Hey guys, I'm Paul Wilson, the host of Hooked on Diesel podcast. I am joined today by a legend in the industry, somebody who's gone and proven that they can do big things, Justin Zeigler. Justin, how the hell are you?
I'm great, buddy. How about you?
I'm doing excellent.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know if it's a legend thing, but we're trying.
I think once you do things like break records, crush at UCC, win at UCC, hit 3,000 horsepower. I think when you get to do all that stuff, you can be as humble as you want. We all appreciate that, but I get to call you a legend, and nobody gets to argue. So that's where we're at. Justin, obviously, just filling some of the background that you have there in Diesel. I first met you at Diesel Power Challenge. You were there helping a guy, Travis Richards, if I remember correctly, with his sled pull truck going through the
Yeah.
event. Had a ton of fun. Was great to
Oh
see.
yeah.
And then just a few short years later, a very short time after that, I saw you at UCC killing it. Working with the Cummins, like literally setting records, breaking shit, coming back from it, having a killer weekend. Um, since your win at UCC, what have you been doing since?
We've been kind of just concentrating on racing Pro Street Diesel, ESS. Um, First year we concentrated on that. We actually were lucky enough to be number one qualifier and win every single race for a clean sweep. Apparently, they told me it's the first person to ever do it. So it was it was a lot of luck goes into that. Like let's not kid ourselves. Like I mean, it's a lot of luck, and everything has to work just right. And you got to have equipment that's going to last the whole season of just having the shit beat out of it.
Yeah, I hear you. There definitely is an element to luck. Any of the automotive competition, you don't know what the other guys are going to do, or who's going to break down, or who's just going to make it through. But if you're consistently landing in first place that often at that many different events, I mean, there's something else that goes into it. What are some of the other things you think that help create some of that luck? What are some of the things you do that you control that you think have made a positive impact on your racing and competition career?
I would say the biggest thing is surrounding yourself with good people. Like having a badass team will make or break you. Like if you don't have every key component as far as not just the truck, but the right people, the right support, like you're not going to go anywhere. We've been blessed with the amount of people that we've had that had our back. I can't say enough good things about all them guys.
I mean, we definitely see that that's I think a pretty common theme among people who are in this industry of knowing that like you can't, no man is an island, right? You can't do it by yourself. What are some of the
Right.
qualities you look for in good team members? And when you're hunting around and you're working with people and you're choosing who is and who isn't going to be on the team, what stands out to you? What's most important?
Like with my crew, a lot of them guys, like, I mean, uh, my crew chief worked for me for a really long time. He's been there since day one that I started racing, just as a buddy of mine that worked for me for like, 6 or 7 years. And why he's on a waiting list to go to work for the city. Um, it's people that have the things that I can't teach them. I can teach anybody to work on a truck and, keep it turning rounds. It's the intangible things, the things I can't teach you is what I'm looking for, and some of it has the drive to be there and want to perform at, the highest level.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one, right? To like have somebody who's in it for the passion. Like you
Oh,
said, learning how to turn wrenches and how to follow instructions. I think a lot of people are capable of that. And there's a lot of
oh,
great mechanics out there who do just that, and that's fine. But to be on the race team, I think you're right. I think it's those things that really do start with an insane work ethic, more than what I have. That's for sure. That's why I'm not on anybody's race team.
oh, the level of dedication has to be high, and it's demanding sometimes. We've had multiple times, and we at UCC 3 years ago. Well, yeah, 3 years ago, which when our first race season, actually just racing just ODSS, we had converter bolts come out, trash the flywheel, trash the front end of the front half of the converter, um, and we pulled it in between rounds. My guys had the trans out, handed me a converter, and said, "Here you go." And we built a converter out of two, threw it back in, and made next round, and went on to win the whole race. Like it doesn't come easy.
there's some truth to that. It definitely does not come easy. It does take um yeah, that high level of connectivity to it. And it's also I feel like it has to be somebody who's not just there for the wins. They are there for the work. They enjoy the work, right? Like that's something that's hard to
Right.
do, especially the longer you're in the industry. I mean, how many mechanics work on their truck on the weekend? A
Right.
lot of them don't. You know, a lot of them are like, "Hey, man, I'm done working. Like, I want to leave my truck stock because I just want to drive back and forth to work. I wrench all week. I don't want to wrench all weekend." But you need a guy who wants to go and wrench on the weekend. You need a guy who wants to be up until 11 o'clock at night fixing shit so you can be out the next day. Like, that's hard to
Oh
find.
hell, 11's an early night for us. At UCC this year, like we had some issues that we fought, and I mean, we started. I think we started the truck back up after the guys from Extra come over and built us new pumps right in the trailer. Um, I think we had the truck running about 3:30 in the morning, first start up, and it was a lot of work, a lot of sleep, a lot of loss of sleep, but we were able to come out, and we ended up having some further issues after that. But I mean, I can't. I mean, my team kills it when
Yeah.
something needs to get it.
Now, a part of having a really good team behind you is also kind of being a leader. There's a lot of new guys that are starting to come around the industry that are thinking about coming up, whether stepping into a shop or stepping into the competition area. Do you have some advice for those guys on how to be a good leader, how to keep your crew motivated and dedicated without turning into a dick?
You got to say it again. You kind of lagged a lot there.
Sure. Sorry about that. So, guys, of course, we're on Zoom. We're going to have some lag issues. We're doing the best we can with it. What advice would you give to somebody on how to be a good leader when it comes to being on the race team?
I mean, first off, you got to want it. It has to be a passion, or it's never going to work, no matter how hard you try. And I mean, when you're a leader, you're the first one there, you're the last one to leave, and you lead by example.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, right? Is lead by example. So definitely that showing up early and going home late goes a long way.
Oh,
I know any boss I've worked for, if you're the guy who clocks out at 3 every day, don't expect me to be the guy who clocks out at 9 o'clock at night, right? Hey, if you're there, I'm there. Like I want to work with somebody that also has that passion.
for sure.
It gets stressful at different times. How do you handle that stress? How do you decompress after a stressful day out on the racetrack?
I've been asked this question a few times. I don't have a good answer. Like, I don't know. Like, once it's done, it's done. Like, if I can't change the outcome, it's over. It's done. We move on. You can't let it consume you, and we're on to the next the next day or the next step or whatever we got to do to move forward, because what happens already happened. You can't change it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you stress out before the races? Is that like when you hit your peak stress level, or is this you're just always cool, calm, and collected?
I try to always be cool. I mean, some other people have seen me lose my shit once or twice, but it doesn't very often. And I've my whole thing is we're racing at a professional level. We need to behave like professionals. So I try to always do that every single day so that I look professional. And I mean, when we're here at the shop getting ready to go to a race, that's probably what I'm stressing out the most. Just making sure we have everything. We've hit all, checked all the boxes. Like, the worst thing you ever want to do is get, all the way to a race and realize you forgot, X, Y, Z, whatever you needed, and then you're pissed off the whole weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, so for you, it's that preparation stage. It's that making sure that I'm going to show up. I'm going to have everything I need. I'm not going to look like a fucking newbie. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be a professional. I'm going to execute at a professional level. I like that. I think that's a good way to approach it. I think that's good advice too. With so many young guys in the industry right now, looking around at how do I take that next step? How do I jump in? Right. I was just
Mm-hmm.
interviewing a sled puller who was talking about that move from work stock to 2.6. It's a big fucking jump. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? Like it's a big jump with the truck, with the commitment, with the work, with the building it. I'd imagine there's some brackets there too. You go from bracket racing to actually index racing, and that lower that number gets in the index race, like the more you're into it, the more you have to make that commitment. Are there any mistakes you've
Oh yeah.
made? that you would warn people to stay away from? Is there something you fucked up hard at the beginning of your race career that you want to tell people out there, don't do what I did?
I've been lucky that I didn't make those major mistakes, like little stupid things like, you know, I was overthinking some things, but I had a great mentor with, having Levon, mentoring me for years now. And I mean, him and I have spent a lot of time together just talking on, making sure that we are performing at the absolute highest level. And he's protected me from a lot of the mistakes that can be made. Number one, with my whole outlook on everything was always, I want to be, it has to be as fast as it could possibly be every single round. Like, let's go out and fucking set records every time. And that's not a reality. That's not how your shit's never going to live like that. And he's done a very good job on coaching me to, race the opponent, race the track. Don't get, too amped up on trying to go out and set the world on fire. Get through the next round.
Yeah.
And that's been the best advice he's ever given me. And I mean, how we went the entire year last year, my truck was never turned up, not once. We had it dialed in where we could get in it, and we knew it'd make the trip no matter what, and be fast, and try to force some other guys to catch us. So, we lost the very last race of the season last year after rebuilding from the fire at UCC last year, and it was a kick in the nuts. But that guy did hit. He prepared better. He was ready and did his homework and worked his ass off for 2 years to get there and earned it. So,
yeah.
I mean, he didn't get it easy. I can tell you that. But,
I love that way of approaching it.
a little
It's
bit of luck
a little bit
makes a
of
big.
luck.
A little bit of luck.
I love that. I think that's a good way to approach it. I think it's a tough sport, man. We've seen a lot of guys. 2 years to get to where you're going is
Oh, yeah.
honestly not a long trip. Not in this world.
No,
Um,
I mean, you're talking that man worked his ass off for 2 solid years chasing us, and he finally got it done.
yeah, yeah,
Everything happened just right, and I mean, he was in a better position than I was going into the finals, and it worked out for him, and he did his job.
yeah. Yeah, I
So,
think it's one of those two that's that reminder that nobody's invincible, right? It's like you go out there to win every race, but you also have to be able to bounce back from the losses because they are going to happen. Perfect season in the
oh,
past, set records in the past. At some point, it doesn't matter as much, right? Because you're going to run into somebody who just has that little bit of luck on that right day at that right time and just earned it, like you said. Um, that's always
and now I've had a whole year where I've been stepping on my dick every weekend out with it's just growing pains. We've made some major off-season changes, and we're learning to go to that next level. And we've we fucked up a lot of shit this year so far, but it's gonna be fast when it comes back out at Beach Bend.
I love it. Tell me about the truck. Give our listeners or our viewers a rundown of the truck. What is the truck that you race? What's been done to it? What are all your standard kind of elevator list of modifications?
All right, so we run. It's a 2006 Dodge regular cab long bed, 4-wheel drive truck, of course. Got a Waggler full billet, Cummins in it, all extra G fuel, 2 alpha pumps, 500%, all the best that extra G has. On a Bosch standalone from extra G. Run a Rossler Turbo 400 with a Neil Chance converter, SES transfer case, 4 9-inch front and rears, 4 linked in the rear, back half, front quartered. Still has like 4 feet of factory frame rail just where the cab sits, and the cab sheet metal is pretty much the original pieces to the left of the truck. The guys down at Fire Punk have done 95% of the fab work on it, and once again, that goes back to that putting a good team together. They are the best at what they do, so that is where I go.
Yeah,
And all the companies we work with are the best at what they do, and like I said, I've had a season of tearing shit up, and I cannot tell you enough good things about Jeremy Waggler and the whole people at Waggler competition. Like, that man has bent over backwards to make sure we make the next race, no matter what.
yeah. That's
And
nice.
That type of support, especially like, I mean, we're at the racetrack. We go make a lap. He's standing in my pits waiting for the truck to get back so that we can look at data together, talk about it. He's incredible. I would can't say enough good things. Having him on my team was that last missing key that we needed to go to the next step, and now we have it. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about where you go from here. So, you got the truck coming back here for when is the next race?
Beach Bend, I think it's in 2.5 weeks, something like that.
2.5 weeks. Okay, yeah. So it's after the fourth. So we're recording this before the 4th of July. So there's some lag between when we record and when these go out. So this might come out race weekend or something crazy. I got to look at the schedule. Um, what are you hoping to prove, or what are you hoping to accomplish at Beach Bend?
Oh, I need to get back to winning. Um, this third place shit isn't going to cut it. Like I said, we've learned a lot about the setup. We know now how to make this thing go rounds and be fast every single round, and it's going to continuously get faster. We have a end of the year goal that we're trying to meet, and it starts with making these small steps to get there. So we're gonna do our best to try to go out and go through the field and get another win, and get it back to doing what it does.
Hell yeah, I love that. Racing's tough, man, and you had said that you had made some major changes, so that's one of those too where it's like no matter what your confidence level is, when you go to step up, were you changing classes? Like what inspired some of the changes that you made here recently?
So they changed a bunch of class rules, changed classes up with ODSS for whatever reason. That's kind of here or there, but they basically allowed us to be. We can be down to 3,600 pounds, all out pickup truck, diesel racing, and so we were with a cast engine. Like, we were heavy. The truck's always been heavy because it was built around that 4,400 pound weight minimum that Pro Street was. So we started looking at all the stupid things we could lose. Just went manual brakes, manual steering rack, went to the full billet engine, just some odds and ends stuff. And we took 350 pounds off the truck over the winter,
Oh yeah.
just trying to make growth. And I mean, it's showing huge promise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
it's
got a pass in it right now, like maybe even a practice lap or a pass in it that you're really proud of, that you're like, oh, here's the proof that these modifications are the future?
yeah. I mean, we took our basic A to B tune up down to Tennessee a couple weekends ago, and right off the trailer, we just like, hey, look, let's leave it turned down, go A to B, let's get some data on this thing, and blows the water intercooler apart as soon as I let off the button, and takes a big gulp of water. And still, I was only under power for 4 seconds, and it went a 482. And that was on a tune-up that usually went 92s, running it all the way out.
Yeah.
So it showed me what I needed to see to keep pushing forward, because it's been kicking my ass all year. But we were learning a lot of things that needed to be learned about the new setup, to the point that we can pretty much handle anything that's going to be thrown at us now. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome,
and
man.
Nathaniel down at Rudy's come over as soon as that happened. He's like, hey, let me see your intercooler. He looks at it and he goes, yeah, set it with me. He goes, I'll build you a new one. So he's going to build me this new badass one that'll bolt right in just like the old one did, and not freaking blow the core apart. So
That's awesome, man. That is some serious that's serious dedication, even when you find people that are like outside of your immediate crew. It's like the guys who show up in the truck with you,
he is
you
right.
expect them to go above and beyond. But the other guys around you, having Wagler and other guys around you that want to just jump in right away and, hey, how can I help? That's always amazing, right? That really makes me love the industry.
We raced against him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's in our class, and a lot of guys don't know Nathaniel, but he is super smart guy. He's just very quiet, so most people don't know how smart this guy really is. He kind of keeps to himself and goes out and kicks everybody's ass on the racetrack, and having him help us is a big thing. So
That's so cool, man. That's so cool. Justin, tell me a little bit about the business. So we've been talking racing this whole time. You're super busy in racing. You're out there trying to maybe not use the word set the world on fire, but really kind of keep up to your level of standards, which is insane. Um, what about the business? How's Zeigler Performance doing?
Oh, we're great. I mean, I have no complaints. Staying busy. I mean, I have 5 full-time guys wrenching every day. You know, part-time girl that comes in and like cleans up the shop, the mess that everybody makes, and keeps everything looking nice in the lobby.
Good.
Yeah, I have no complaints. I mean, we're I keep them busy, just turning out work, every single day. I'm probably not the easiest to work for because I have a very high standard and it has to be absolutely perfect so that everybody knows that's where it came from.
Yeah, I love
So,
that. I think that's how you earn your repeat business, right? Is by having those standards and pushing people to keep them up too.
oh yeah, absolutely.
If people want to follow along and they want to know what is Justin doing, what is Ziegler Performance doing, what's the best place for people to go and follow you?
Oh, they can follow us on the Zeigler Diesel Performance Facebook page. We have Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. I know nothing about the Instagram or TikTok. My son does all that. So all the videos and craziness you see, that's an 11-year-old making all those, and it's pretty damn impressive. So,
I love to hear that. I like keeping it in the family and the fact that there's others out there like me who work in marketing and social media in this business are now competing with 11-year-olds. Nobody tell my boss. Uh, listen, man, you've been crushing it for years, and I'm glad to hear that you're still out there kicking ass. We always love having you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Listeners, viewers, this is Paul with Hooked on Diesel Performance. Of course, Dirty Hooker Diesel sponsors the show. Tony joins me once in a while, I swear to God. I don't know where episodes are going to fall in publishing, but some of these he's on, allegedly. But for the most part, we do everything we can, and we do it because of Dirty Hooker Diesel. So if you want to support the show, things you can do to help me out, like and follow and share. That's always great. And then go shop at Dirty Hooker Diesel. Make sure you let them know Paul sent you from the podcast. For today, this has been Paul, and I was joined by Justin Ziegler. Thank you so much for joining us.